My fiancée stood up at our engagement party, tapped her glass, and announced she was leaving me for Grant, my business mentor. The man was 51. He'd toasted us 20 minutes earlier. Everyone just sat there while she took his hand and walked out of the restaurant I'd rented, past the cake with our initials on it. I stood there holding a champagne flute, unable to feel my own fingers. That wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was the next morning, when I discovered Grant had also quietly pulled his investment from the small firm we were building together, which meant that in one weekend I lost my fiancée, my mentor, and my company. They posted a photo from a vineyard 8 days later. Half our friends liked it. One commented, "When you know, you know." Then I learned from his assistant that it had been going on for a year. While I was interviewing caterers, she was meeting him at conferences I'd been told were partners only. I packed one car and enrolled in a forensic accounting program 2 states away. I basically lived in the computer lab. No friends, no dating, just spreadsheets and a cold, specific anger that functioned better than caffeine. I specialized in hidden assets, shell entities, backdated transfers, offshore structures. I wanted to understand exactly how wealthy men make money disappear and how to drag it back into the light. First year, I slept 5 hours a night. Second year, I passed my CFE with the highest score my program had recorded. Third year, I had offers from 4 firms and took the one that litigators feared most. Meanwhile, from a distance, I watched their fairy tale curdle. Grant's partners forced him out of his own fund over irregularities. The vineyard photos stopped. Word got around that the house was in his name only, that she'd signed things she shouldn't have, that she was teaching Pilates part-time while he restructured. I found $11 million for other people's spouses my first 2 years. Judges started recognizing my exhibits. Then one morning, my managing partner called me in about a new client who had asked for our firm specifically. High conflict divorce, opposing spouse hiding assets. I walked into the conference room and a thin woman with gray coming in at her temples turned around and my whole body went cold. It was her, and she did not recognize me. I was 40 pounds lighter, bearded, wearing a suit that cost more than our old rent. She just started talking. Her husband was divorcing her. His filings claimed he was nearly insolvent. She knew there was money. She'd seen wire confirmations years ago, account names, a property in Portugal, but her lawyer said knowing wasn't proving, and every retainer was bleeding her dry, and he had told her, smiling, that she'd leave the marriage with exactly what she brought into it, which is nothing, she said. I gave up everything for him. Then she looked up from her hands and actually saw me. Her face went white. She said my name like a question, then like an apology. Then she stood up and grabbed her bag. At the door, she stopped. She didn't turn around. He's doing it to me because he knows he can. You're the only person who ever outworked him. A long pause. Is there anyone better than you? No, I said. She sat back down. I want to be honest. I thought about declining. I drafted the email twice. Then I thought about who I'd actually be helping if I passed. Him. And I took the case. I spent 3 weeks inside Grant's finances like my whole career depended on it. He was good. I was better. I found the Portuguese villa held through a Maltese entity held through his nephew. I found the consulting fees he'd been paying to a company whose sole employee was his golf partner, round-tripping back to a brokerage account. 62 exhibits. Deposition day, he walked in tanned and relaxed, joking with his attorney. Then he saw me at her counsel's table and stopped mid-sentence. He knew exactly what I did for a living. Everyone in his world did. His lawyer requested a recess before we'd finished Exhibit 9. They settled in 11 days. She got the house, half the recovered accounts, and her legal fees paid. Outside, in the parking garage, she stood there with mascara ruined and said, "Why would you help me? After what I did." I told her the truth. The math was wrong. I fixed wrong math. That's all this was. She said leaving me was the worst decision of her life. I told her it was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I meant it all the way down. 2 months later, she emailed me. Grant had tried the insolvency routine on his first ex-wife's estate, and that executor had hired me too. Some spreadsheets you open twice.